A very good morning to you, YouTube. I am extremely excited about what's in this box. And although it looks like we have a box for a rack mount surge protector, UPS, or something to that effect, and I am a freelance IT guy, and I am working on a Lenovo ThinkCenter for a client down there. You'll see that in a future video. What is in this box is indeed not a rack mount surge protector or UPS. It is something that I have been looking for a matter of 20 years almost. I'm going to go ahead and unbox it and show you what it is. Definitely featured these items on my channel before. And this one is exceptionally unique, and as you can already see, we got a canopy down there. So this is probably an exit sign, right? It's not probably an exit sign. It is an exit sign. This is an Emergi-Lite LEDPXN2R exit sign. As you can see, it's got an integrated battery in it. Of course, I expect that battery to be completely shot once I get inside this sign and start messing around and seeing what's up. Why don't I get all this cleared up and we'll come back and take a look at this. I went ahead and took that canopy off because I knew there was a piece broken off of it when I bought it, and that really didn't matter because if this beautiful little sign here works, this is getting used in a single-phase configuration, or at least modified for use in a single-phase configuration, as soon as I can get that done. I know I just talked about a couple of weeks ago having a complete family of exit signs in here from the Dual-Light Evolution series. Well, this sign will show up in my garage in a few videos down the road, or at least when it gets warmer. If this sign works, this is where it's going. Now I have this Lithonia Signature Series LES1R from 1995 sitting here to give you guys a comparison of the appearance of these signs from this time period. If the markings inside this sign are anything close to accurate, this sign was manufactured in 1994. And this was around the time I first discovered this sign at the Steak and Shake location in Plainfield, Indiana. Now these signs, when they're illuminated, are some of the most unique I have ever seen. And I'll go ahead and overlay a picture right here so you guys can look at that before I even power this on, because like I said, I haven't even done the initial smoke test on this thing yet, so I'm not sure it's even going to work. But the listing said it worked, and I'm crossing my fingers because I really want to use this sign, and it doesn't even matter if battery backup works on it or not. I picked this sign up back in October at a flea market, and a lot of people have been asking me to do some exit sign videos since then. And I didn't end up doing a video on this sign for reasons you're about to see. This sign has Lithonia's indirect LED fully diffused panel inside. You can kind of see where it goes through the letters. Okay, you can kind of make out the E here, and then the X in here, I, T, so on and so forth. These were a very short-lived panel for a reason, because they had a very high failure rate. And Lithonia, in an effort to fix that problem, and probably to save money, because who knows how much these panels cost to manufacture back in the day when LED panel technology was new, they went to the traditional LED strip that you would see in these signs from, about 98 on. And I'm about to show you, after I flip this switch here, why I didn't do a video on this. As you can plainly tell, this LED panel is suffering from that problem. It's completely shot. There are very few LEDs on this board that work barely, even if at all. And I'll turn the light off so you can kind of get an idea. And this camera is going to add much more brightness than is actually here. But you can see that this whole bottom row of LEDs is out. And most of them, other places on the board, are also on their way out. And here's what this sign looks like with its diffuser back on. Now, as you can tell, this sign is totally shot. I bought it under the impression that it worked, and it did not. And I bought this one under the impression that it worked, and I'm really hoping like heck, as I've already said many, many times, that this sign works. And when we come back, we're going to see if it works better than this. This might even work better than the LEDPXN2R at the Steak and Shake location where I first discovered these. Look at that. Flip it around. Wow. This thing works perfectly. And like I said, who cares if the battery backup doesn't work? Having this sign in working condition is much more important than any battery backup working. Now here is the inside of this sign. Here's what the LED board looks like. Basically, this is how LED technology worked back in the day. There are 72 LEDs per panel here, and this panel controls all the goodies, shall we say, for the inside of this sign. If you flip this over, you'll see the battery here, which is, of course, shot. The wire for 277, which I will not be using because we only have 120 volt service in the house. And underneath here is the transformer. I always like it when I see a nice, heavy-duty, high-quality transformer on signs like this, because most manufacturers just don't put transformers in these signs anymore. I've went ahead and crudely modified this to work in this single-face installation that I have planned for it above my door. And that means I have a spare faceplate for this sign now. So just in case anything happens to the main one, I can go ahead and flip that one around and face it this way and plug this one back into it. And I've got a good working sign again, because as we've seen, this works perfectly. And something really interesting about these diffusers, they have a piece of red textured plastic adhered to fiberglass. So this is not a red diffuser like you'd see in normal red incandescent or LED exit signs. This is a special diffuser to really make those direct view LEDs pop. And right here, for the closing of the video, you can see that this sign is up and in perfect working order. And don't worry, that EVC URW is going to show up again in my garage down the road. Until then, this is CompDude512 saying thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day.